it's time for some sleuthing and clue thing. I don't know. I was trying to go somewhere with that, and it didn't work. But hey, everyone, let's play some more Phoenix Wright. I have a little bit of time before I have some dinner plans with some friends. I have like an hour or so, so wanted to do something beforehand. So I'm gonna do this for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll be back later. Alright, February 23rd. Mr. Wright, so... Oh, wait. Hold on. Hang on. Okay. Hey! Just Raccoon! Hello! Welcome, my friend. Like I was saying, I have like an hour or so, hour and a half maybe, before I got dinner plans with friends, so... I was gonna stream earlier, but I suddenly got called into work because somebody suddenly didn't show up. So, I'm gonna do this for a little bit, and then hopefully I will play more when I get home later. So we will see. I really want to finish my horror game, so we'll see. But for now, it's sleuthing detective time. Yeah. What's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Let's see. What is going on? Well, the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. And the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's gonna be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. I love this girl. She's throughout the series too, so she's gonna be just as awesome as Maya. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never! You know, she says they don't get along. Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all! It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. I like how she heard Phoenix thoughts there for no reason. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. The luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains to the stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this. See? This is gonna be weird on console, because on the DS you could just tap where you wanted to do it, but... Here, I guess, Yes, edit your stream! Do it. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain, but doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this scientifically? Probably the location. The bloodstain's location, of course. It's elementary. Huh? Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains. Oh, I thought it was because the water would have washed it away. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There is something odd about the bloodstain, but if it's not the location, maybe it's the amount of blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood in the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought there, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. We must drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? I guess I should give this spray on anything. Give this a spray on anything suspicious. Oh God, I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. It probably wouldn't react at all. Miss Star, you only trust your eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lean in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. Well, my apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Oh God. Oh God. Emma, don't. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Piranha Plant Fan! I saw your message after I got off of work. I was like, oh, Piranha, I'm sorry you missed the stream, but hopefully you'll see this one. This is gonna be, your comments making me laugh. This is gonna be a short stream. I have like an hour before I gotta go to dinner with some friends, but then I should be hopefully back after that. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... She doesn't mean this! Oh, that's okay. Oh, no, go back. I don't know how to go back. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due to it was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? gotta be different than the DLC. Oh, you're not. What? What? She doesn't wanna. What the heck? What the fuck? Are you not gonna tell us about it? You brought it up. Maybe I have to show her Goodman. I had one of those things. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cop-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. That's kind of the point. Bitch. Are you not gonna tell us? Fine. You know what? I'm gonna go investigate shit. Let's go. Over here. Let's go. Let's do the detective stuff. Could you take... I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her... That wasn't for her. Did I use the wrong button? I did use the wrong... Yeah. No, I didn't want to... Can I not use this? God damn. God damn. What do you want me to do? Get away from me. What is happening? Or is there nothing else to... Is it not luminal time? I don't remember. I played this so long ago. I guess it... Oh, it's got Emma's name on it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky? Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know when something might go down. Just what kind of a world do you think we live in? Not the Digimon kind. How about this shoe? No, you don't like the shoe. And how about this photograph? So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I'm sorry, I keep missing the beginning of it. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. Your lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Raccoon, welcome back. Hopefully you were able to do it. It looks good. Hopefully. Now spill the beans. Yeah, there we go. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be Marshall? Yeah, you're Spider-Man 3? Nice! Good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. It just rolls right off the tongue. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Oh, wait! Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I came to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence? There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. Marshall gets shot in a standoff. Man, no. he would use high noon and take out everyone. What are you talking about? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. For putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now, he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Am I supposed to go somewhere else? Let's go to the police department. Yay! It's even busier here than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime, according to the pamphlet we got from the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. What makes you think he was murdered? Let's go over there. What's with the decor in this place? It's very, eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. But, oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly! It's so imposing! It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. No way. Try to read shit in streams and end up stuttering sometimes. I feel like deleting them because it's embarrassing. No, you shouldn't embarrass. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You stick with what you say. I say stupid shit all the time. I stutter. I mess up words. I can't read sometimes. But yeah, do what you do because that's what you did when you done it. if that helps. Probably also on Roblox is a Phoenix Wright game with a max amount of players as 4, but mainly just the trials. That's awesome. There's also a version of this called Attorney Online where people play the characters and do their own cases like this. It's cool because whatever you type in, the character will talk just like this. I've done some cases with it too. It's been pretty fantastic because they make up their own cases and the hilarity ensues. So I've been Edgeworth. I've been some of the other characters that you guys haven't seen yet. I've been Phoenix. But it's awesome because they're like, you actually know the characters. You actually play the game. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, dude. What do you think I'm here for? Because there's some people who get on there and they don't play the game, and it's like, why are you even here, bro? It's still still fun. It's still fun, even when they don't know anything. Yipes! These sure are prickly, and that's why I want to do our role play because I like doing shit like that. Just a sidebar. So I'm gonna do it somehow and get that on a stream somehow. Cactus, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more like an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Nah. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, and a leather... What was that called again? Punchy Pounchy? Pinchy? Oh, I know. A poochie. Wait. Maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. But I think I'll just keep that information to myself for the time being. Piranha Plant fan, what's sad? Why you sad, bro? It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. Can we do that? Can we? Why don't? Fine. I guess we won't. Well, we won't. We'll do it some other time. Hey, look at the floor. A lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Reminds me of a certain other girl that I miss. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in through there first. Oh, what Emma said about the cat? Yeah, it's like, oh, the feels. Even though she and her sister aren't super close, she's still her sister. It's like Mia and Maya. I miss Maya. We'll see her after this case, because we'll start the second game after this case. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Huh? What's that? Oh, one steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchlet. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, Gumshoe. One of my favorite things of playing attorney online is being Gumshoe, because I do all the Gumshoe things, and I do it to a T because I know Gumshoe. Damn it. Feels intensifies indeed. Man, I'm a huge fan of feels. The worse it hurts, the better it is. I guess I'm a masochist for feels. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's not the time to despair. We've caught our criminal, and now we just need the evidence. The criminal? You mean you heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed at the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking ain't gonna fill my belly. What? Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Good cry? He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation's off to a running start. Let's go see who they arrested. Let's go see... Why can't I get... Hang on, we stopped here so I can pee. There we go. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. You missed... Oh, okay. Oh, you missed... Oh. So... The first 4 cases of this game were... The original trilogy was on Game Boy Advance. Or this game was on Game Boy Advance. I think the later ones are too. Anyway, originally this game only had 4 cases. So at the end of the 4th case, Maya leaves to go continue her medium training because she wasn't able to do anything to help Phoenix, like summoning or anything like that. So she leaves. She's up in the mountains doing her summoning training. So this case, case 5, was made for the DS version when it was released. So this is a DS exclusive case. So they're doing their own thing without Maya. So that's why she's not here. But Maya is in the 2nd and the 3rd game throughout, so she'll be back. She's just gotta go get good. She gotta go and train to be Super Saiyan. Not really. Not at all. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Hopefully it doesn't make your guy's ear bleed, because it made mine. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the one perpetrating it, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh, Officer Meekins. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meek, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meek is reporting, sir! What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Oh, ow! I can hear you, Officer Meekins! I had some business that day, sir, and I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. Oh, that's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Well, then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What the hell is this guy doing? So what happened then? Well, after that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the other one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. After we tell us about the victim. Kami. Ha! No, but Maya will learn a really cool ability that'll help us solve cases, though. And it's gonna be pretty sweet. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me a perpetrator or a victim, sir, then label me a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well as that. Oh, yeah, well, I suppose that's true, sir. Suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Well, sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intentions of killing him, sir, none! Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. Well, at least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Oh, well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, there was nothing I could do! Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir! And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious! The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir! All alone! Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared! Huh? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir! Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Can I ask you, about, do you care about this knife? Officer Meekins, this is for you! Ah, I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay. I just want you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, there has to be something else to show him. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Wait, will you tell us about? No. Nah. Then... do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! Oh, that's what? Oh, my head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remembered. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! Oh, that card was all the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Oh my god, he's gonna kill my voice too. When am I gonna stream next? Hopefully, my plan is to stream later tonight, in a few hours. If not, then... probably I have to work tomorrow, so tomorrow night, maybe? Or Monday night, and Christmas coming up, so... But... Hey, King Pope! I haven't seen you in forever! And you got the 40 subs? Oh, that's amazing! I'm so proud of you! Congratulations, man! So, it's so good to see them grow. I say that like I'm anything. But no, I've been keeping track of you just like you've been keeping track of me, so... I appreciate it. And you're doing great. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost, a patrolman, a lost lamb, if you will. You said that already. I love Meekins. I didn't know who Mr. Detective Goodman was, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Well, sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card, and what did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do it to you! My father's own words, sir! What happened then? Well... My eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. Doom vegan demons. Man, that would be interesting, but only if I was like a carrot. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim really was the victim. And if his body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir! That's what I wanted to say! That is, I didn't say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? Oh, they told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape was quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape! And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry! Really sorry, sir! I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it! No, thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the scene, the crime scene. All that roundabout just to go back to where we was. We gotta stop at home, I gotta take a pee, and then we go to the police department. Wait, I could've gone just there. Whatever, I had to stop at home to pee. So sue me. And yet no one still watches me. But you gotta keep doing it. Keep doing it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Seen that from Mash Piranha? It's pretty fun. I don't. Is Mash Piranha something? Oh, is it like a mod or something? So out of touch with other tubers. Do I have to look at this again? No. Okay. Okay. No. Yes. No. You told me to come here. You told me. Okay, well, you know what? Oh, that's right. We need permission. Let's go to the criminal affairs. We haven't been there yet. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's police. It's police chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? Hmm? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, and garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushions, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Ha ha! Righto, my boy. Oh, how you been? Swim much? Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh, I don't know, because of his intimidating presence, maybe? Took a prawn at Vegans Demons, a video from a channel called... Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, he does animations. Oh, that's even better. Sweet. I like that shit. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incidents on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in the case, right, righto? I didn't get someone else guilty. I mean, he did it, so Edgeworth wasn't guilty. And Von Karma. My throat just quivers thinking about reading him again. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. In case you didn't see the last case. Well, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Oh no, leave him alone. He did nothing. It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. I don't think you're gonna tell us anything else. I just want to take a look at this. Oh, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. So, through, I say. Go find a guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. I don't think he's gonna tell me anything else. Are you the chief of detective? Oh, sorry you had to see that. What did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Well, sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? date on it's February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. Females who do YouTube are YouTubettes? Is that official? Is that a thing? Is that what I should refer them to? 2 vegans was the game, and you were a vegetable, your guns would shoot meat? I mean, nah, you right. You right, actually. I should really get back to the investigating the police department crime scene. I've been trying to do that, but nobody will fucking let me. Like, that's the first place I went, and I kept doing it. But no one's letting me do it. No one's here yet. Where's Gumshoe? Where do you want me to go? This is the prosecutor office. This can't be it. Stop here to pee real quick. There's nothing else for me to talk to you about. I go back over here. The only thing I can do is talk to Gant, I guess. Permission to enter. That's new. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. God, he just stares into your soul. No, Righto! Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Oh, heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? Well, then I'd give him $50, no problem. So, go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Haha! It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we're gonna go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. It's what, Christmas already? No sleep so comes quicker? Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it, too. Kinda. I have mixed feelings about Christmas, but I am gonna see my family, so that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Maybe I'll get some sweet swag, because everyone knows that's what Christmas is all about. Oh shit! I don't know why I went over here. I had to go to the place that I kept going to. Here we go. Yeah. Then I can look at the door. Yeah. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! That card reader is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Aw, shit, it's McCree. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? What's with the why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salute. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Because like I said, from here on out in the Phoenix Wright series, all the characters are going to get weirder, and it's awesome. They all got their quirks. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Well, looks like the card reader's on again. Well, while we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy, then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Well, actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Okay, I get it, though. Well, will he actually talk to us? I was wondering if we could talk to you? Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger, loading his six-shooter. I say a little prayer. Oh, that's right, we have the steak lunch for him. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Duh, that's the whole reason why we had this thing. That smell reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this one from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. You gonna go? You have shit to do? Okay, see you, raccoon. Hopefully I see you later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow or sometime. If not, Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. We could be the Doom Slayer, but there is a scent feature. Oh no, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to smell anything in Doom. I don't want to smell anything in Doom. All right, Bambina, you win. Ask me. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Well, all right. Saddle up for some investigating. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look at it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway in the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? No, Marshall doesn't like broccoli. The Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago? It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. That was my case. It was solved on all the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of a case was it anyway? We've heard that name so many times, but no one actually tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transfers. Oh, the statute of limitations. We learned about that last case. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, meat machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased in a few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of the tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record? Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. After the transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? No, you don't smell what Doom Guy smells. It gives Doom Guy 4 cents. None. Oh, okay, I see. I thought you were talking about like smell-o-vision. None, meaty, veggie, and blood. Sounds like veggie would be hard mode. I'd be like, I'm gonna slap on veggie and bring it on. I don't know how vegan monsters would feel about blood. Then, well, I guess that's an animal byproduct, so I guess they wouldn't be very fond of it. We keep only evidence from the solved cases in this room. They're keeping here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the County Sheriff's Department. That's what we call a transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. I'll show you that thing is related. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. I'll look it right there. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room? It was an evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Well, that's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Sweet! I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs on here. How are we gonna know who's got ID cards for what, huh? I have no idea who these other peoples are, but who's got all 7s? Lucky. Can I show it to you? The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence, but the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Haha, but that and this are 2 different things entirely. I guess so? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Let's go into the evidence room. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. I wasn't trying to. Oh, hey! It's that boy. Yeek! Whoa! Smack. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Right up, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? Well, I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for the day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. That means they hate you but won't go near you unless attack them, but veggies they will smell Doom Guy attack you if you're close enough. Why would I ever want to use the... Oh my god, excuse me. Oh my god. Why would I ever want to use blood then? I don't want them to run away. I want to kill them. Because it's Doom, and that's what Doom Guy do. Doom Guy don't want to chase nothing. So Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for the trial tomorrow. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker here, too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. Well, I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The locker for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. Well, if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the lockers aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. What? Only the assigned detective's prints can lock it. Indicator lamps light up when it's open. And some people don't even know about it? Interesting. That could be super important later. Change sense in the game, depending on what you're stepping on. Oh, so I don't have a choice. Okay. See, that makes it interesting. I get it. I get it now. Detective Goodman's note in that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection. And that was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? Well, I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on the case. Well, can you tell us what the case was? Thank you. No, that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So, it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And that was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife? The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Anything else I can ask? That's about ID card record. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in on the day of the stabbing. Oh, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective? Don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Nani? I can't ask him about it. But I have to know more. Tell me things. Can you tell me about this? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. I love this man. I love this man so much. Nope. How about your badger? Well, this is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Tell me about it. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there was a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Well, they said that it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? I toiled night and day! I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? You said this already. Okay. Nothing else to talk to? Okay, let's look at the lockers. I want to see what that is. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt? It must have been evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. And when a demon sees you killing another demon in the game, they just back up slowly. Yes, fear me, I am the Doom Marine. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? Well, if you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist, and he got away? Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security's high-tech around here. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole from the last case. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before from the last case. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by the cover. You gotta look at their heart. You're right. You're right. Truer words have never been said. What the fuck? What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in this room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Can I do it now? You can let me. Is that luminol time? I'm gonna throw this luminol. There we go. There we go. Take your time. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, I promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. There's something fucky going on here. Oh. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. I always want your opinion, Gumshoe. Is that it? I didn't check all this stuff over here, though. What? Nani? Ha! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled the door. This might just be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. What do you want? Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down the floor plans. Not the mail order, the handprint. Is that it? Is that it? You gotta say it, don't spray it. Gumshoe, you gotta look at their heart. He rips open the chest and looks at their heart, literally. That's not what I meant! Hey, pal, you can't go around just ripping open people's chest parts. As Gumshoe would say. I don't think there's anything else here. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all those pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? Well, there you go, pal, making me out to some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You wanna try to put it back together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. I totally forgot I had to do stuff like this. Do I have to? I do have to rotate. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. I'm ace detective. It's not too bad. We just have to do it like a dad. Oh, that's like a top piece ops, and so was that. Yeah. Yosh. This one. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Yosh. And, Alright, solving mysteries by making stuff. What it? Yeah. I didn't think that. Okay, but it's a stretch. Sure. I don't have any more pieces! Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. He spent 3 hours on it. Oh, I love that, man. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar pieced back together by fragments of the crime scene. Pieces missing. Dun, 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 dun. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? Oh, there you go again, pal, making me out to some kind of absent-minded detective. That evidence was from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. You just listen to me react to your previous statement 5 times? Oh, is it that Detective Gumshoe, though? Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to read something awesome as Gumshoe. I like that. I like that shit. Hey, pal, look at the time! Was there something you needed to be going to? Well, it's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give him my report for the day. Oh my god, it's the gay chef, yes. That I don't think we've seen him yet. I didn't realize they showed him this early in the series. He wasn't in this game. He's in the next game. But yeah, that restaurant, we go to that in one of the cases, and there's a super gay chef, and I love him to death. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but problems, but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Hey, somebody read something awesome as me! Can I check inside the locker? Okay, Detective Goodman's evidence locker. It's empty. Only Detective Goodman himself can open this locker. So the person who took out this knife had to have been Detective Goodman. But why was it wrapped in the scarf muffler and stuck inside the car muffler? Something's muffled about these mufflers. That yellow crime scene tape. You know, yesterday was my first time seeing that. It always was my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. It's a little daunting to encounter it again so soon. I think maybe you're overreacting a little. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. There's blue and yellow paint here. This is all I need to paint a portrait of you, Mr. Wright. I am wearing a red necktie, you know. And that's a primary color, and you can't make it, so there. I'm not gonna pay attention to the saw there, I guess. Detective Gumshoe, the movie, Luigi's Mansion, the realistic movie. Wait, or how about Detective Gumshoe in Luigi's Mansion? Holy smokes, Luigi! There's ghosts everywhere. I can't. A piece of white cloth is sticking out. It looks like a shirt. You better tidy it up or it'll get wrinkled. Hey, don't look at me. I didn't leave it hanging out like that. How come we're looking at everything again just because he's gone? It's just, it's fine. Are we done here? The game usually gives me like a hint that we're done. I think we is done. Unless you want me to luminol again, but I don't think so. We have so much evidence. Holy shit. There's not gonna be anything else in here. Guess we can leave? You don't want to talk about that either. Fine. Nope, don't want to talk about that either. Fine. Well, he did say that the Edgeworth's meeting's left is ending, so that might be where we need to go. Speaking of which, I need to go. Let me go back here. So, I need to stop the stream because I have, like I said, I have dinner planned, so I gotta go. Hopefully, I don't think there's anything going on after the hangout, so later on, a couple hours, I'm gonna try to do another stream if I am not home super late or anything like that, so I will do that. Phoenix Wright Mario's Trial. Yes. The Phoenix Wright fandom is pretty amazing. There's a lot of awesome videos out there about it. But if you're enjoying the series, I'd say don't watch them yet because there might be spoilers. But thank you for hanging out with me, Piranha Plant fans. Always good to see you. And either I'm going to stream again in a couple hours or I will do it probably tomorrow. So if I don't see you, have a good night.